Welcome back to Stooge Dream. This is Making an Impact, your Impact Wrestling recap / review show. This is the episode that aired on the 1st of June, 2017. I am your host, The Stooge. As always, I'm joined by my co-host, the first male of professional wrestling podcasting, G-Banks.
Oh, I look beautiful today, don't I?
No.
What do you mean? I've got a...
Actually, that's a pretty sweet jacket.
Yeah,
I have to say, that's a sweet leather jacket.
Yeah, well, I've got this mad leather jacket. Like, you know, I'm wearing my nice shoes today, even though they're a bit dirty. Like, come on.
Okay, fine. Fine, you look good.
No, thank you. Okay, onto the show. Come on.
What, no compliment for me?
I like what you did with your socks.
All right, so the first, we open up with an old-timey quartet in the ring.
The barbershop quartet.
Barbershop quartet with the accompanying violin and bass. What's going on? We find out very quickly it's EC3.
Oh my god. Can I just say, he did a piece on my sides. I was in hysterics the whole time.
It was actually a pretty cool promo.
Yeah.
EC3 comes out and does some a great promo work. Unfortunately, he had just the worst barbershop quartet.
Worst? It's one of the best barbershop quartets I've ever seen my whole life.
Is it the only barbershop quartet you've ever seen?
No, I've seen another one.
Who?
The B Sharps.
Seriously?
What? Aren't they a legitimate barbershop quartet?
Okay. No. So they were just really bad. It was quite terrible.
I thought they were good. I don't know what the Stooge is talking about. I thought they were amazing.
Okay. Out comes...
Tears to my eyes. They brought tears to my eyes. That's how good they were.
What? All right. Out comes El Patron. He interrupts the barbershop
Don't
quartet.
know why he did. It was beautiful.
Before he gets a chance to say anything, Bruce, Dutch, and Karen come out with Tyrus.
What's Bruce doing there? What's Bruce doing there? Usually I'd be going off at Karen and the others, but nah. What's Bruce doing there? He shouldn't be there. He doesn't belong there. He has no authority to be there.
He kind of is the booker man.
Nah. I'm not buying it. Continue on.
All right, well, Bruce books a match. The Global Force title and El Patron are going to be on the line against EC3's #1 contendership for the TNA World Heavyweight title in a steel cage tonight.
He just
in
has
the main
it out
event.
for EC3. That's all I'm going to say.
Kind of does a little bit. I'll give you that.
Yeah, it's really...
Doesn't mean I don't like it, but he kind of does a little
Yeah,
bit.
it's really pissing me off. I don't like it.
I think
I'm going to have a word to Bruce.
the thing I liked best about this opening segment is El Patron walked out and immediately dropped the Global Force.
Yeah,
immediately
that was pretty funny.
dropped the Global Force title.
Besides the barbershop, whatever, El Patron throwing away the title was fucking
and
hilarious.
Karen had to pick it up before she tripped over it.
Yeah,
and
he hands it back over and he still
you're
keeps
just like,
angry.
"Oh, I
He was
don't
like,
want
why?
this."
I'm pretty sure he tried to give it to a fan and the fan threw it back at him.
Yeah. It's actually another B-Sharps reference. I
Yeah.
like that. All right, next up we had Eli Drake, who is being accompanied by Chris Adonis versus Moose for the Grand Championship.
Boo.
Honestly, two wrestlers I would love to see in a wrestling match, and I just completely lost interest because it's a Grand Championship match.
Yep.
You know it's going to be silly.
Out the window.
You know the scores are going to be 10s and 9s.
Boring.
You know there's going to be fucking ridiculous shit happening.
I'm ready falling asleep.
The one thing that was interesting about this match,
What?
Moose's new ring attire, it looks like a big yellow diaper.
Looked like he pissed himself before the match. Am I right?
Whoever designed that, seriously, they're taking the piss.
What is he doing?
The guy designing it's like, I'm going to see if I can get away with putting Moose in a diaper. You think I can do it? And the other guy's like, I'll give you $100.
Yeah. We'll call him Big Moo Moo.
Yeah. What was that? What was that? That was awful.
I think old matey Moosey was just getting a bit terrified there, you know, because he had to go up against my boy Eli. That's what's happening. So he had to put on his big boy diapers.
They wear big boy diapers. All right, next up we had Ali and Rosemary in a backstage.
Are we not going to say
promo.
who won?
Dude, Moose won. Like
Did you?
Who gives a shit? It's a it's a Grand
Yeah,
Championship
but
match.
Eli got robbed.
Yeah, but again, I don't care. It was a Grand Championship match. I couldn't give a shit.
Yeah, fair enough.
Ali and Rosemary backstage in a really interesting promo of Ali is like definitely going into the DDLG little fetish territory now. And Rosemary says she's going to protect her, but it was a very sexually charged promo.
I was very into it.
I was turned on. I'm going to steal a line from you.
What?
You always say that.
I always say I get a half a chub, but close enough.
Okay, I was trying to be like not as crass about it.
No, well, you gotta be crass.
Like, it honestly looks like Rosemary wants to fuck the shit out of Ali.
I'm very into it. If there's more, bring more.
It was, joking aside, it was actually a really good promo, but there was like this sexual undercurrents to it. Rosemary's very good at like charging a promo, making Ali feel uncomfortable. Ali plays her part perfectly. She really does.
Yeah,
like even the like pulling her knees up at the end and going, like not knowing what's going on. This was a great little promo. I thought it was really well done. And again, I want to see Rosemary fuck Ali, so it made it even better.
Yeah, no, same. That's all I'm hoping that comes out of it, to be honest.
Or fight. Either way.
Yeah, either way.
Either way, I'll take a match or a sex tape.
Yeah, one of the two. I'm leaking both anyway.
Next up, we had a new member of the Knockouts division.
Who?
Amber Nova.
Ooh, who's Amber Nova?
She's from the Garage.
What?
She's from the Garage. Possibly on Staten Island.
Like she lives in a garage?
I don't know. That's what they said.
Like she can come live in my garage if she wants, if that's what the thing... Like, does she just live in garages? Is that a thing?
So no.
I've got a really nice garage, like...
She's got interesting ring attire as well, and the Knockout kept asking, like, what happened to the rest of her pants?
Oh, I got a hold of them, am I right?
Put the fist down.
Come on, that was
You're
a
not
good
getting
one.
a fist bump.
That was
That's
a good
not
one.
a good one. It's a dad joke.
Come on, that was a good dad joke.
That wasn't a good dad joke.
Fine, whatever. You'll fist bump one day.
Alright. Anyway, so at first I thought she was going to be a jobber because she had no entrance music. You know, the typical job entrance.
Yeah.
No Titantron, sorry, and really basic music. She's versing Ali. Turns out she's actually not a complete jobber. It was I enjoyed this match.
I didn't mind it at all too.
Yeah, it got Ali over nicely.
It was a good knockout match.
It was, and Amber Nova in her first match.
Because we've seen a lot of knockout matches where, it's a big name versus a jobber knockout, and then just
squashes them. Whereas this had a bit of back and forth, and it really got me like excited about seeing more of Amber Nova. I think she's got a great potential and a lot of talent. And Ali playing her...
Are you talking about her pants or her wrestling?
I was talking about wrestling skill.
Oh, okay, sorry. I was thinking about something else. But continue.
All right. And Ali is playing, as I said, her DDLG little role perfectly in this. And she's basically, personifying a 5-year-old girl, which is cutesy and stuff. But she knows how to play her part really well. Braxton at ringside cheering her on as well and coaching her and stuff. Kind of worked in the context of the story of the match as well. Next up, we had L.A.X. versus Veterans of War.
Boo.
For the Global Force Tag Team titles.
Even a bigger boo.
Unfortunately, this match was a foregone conclusion before it even started. We called it immediately, knew exactly what was going to happen. But in saying that, there was some interesting...
It was like you're telling Mexicans and Cubans and Latin American Express that you can go into this match with no consequences whatsoever, my guys. What do you think is going to happen?
Yeah.
What do you think is going to happen?
Yeah.
Is it their fault? No.
No, not at all. This was actually a really good match. I really enjoyed this.
I love this match.
This was a good tag team wrestling match with some great distraction spots, some great double team move spots.
Distraction spot? You mean tactical waiting?
We'll get to that at the end of the show.
But you got to admit it's a thing.
It's not a thing. We're going to do the shout outs at the end of the show for everyone that commented on YouTube or Reddit, and we'll get to your tactical waiting.
Just saying it's...
Yeah, I actually enjoyed this. I like Veterans of War as wrestlers. The gimmick's dumb.
Yeah, no, I don't get the gimmick.
Yeah, we're not Americans. It just doesn't ring with us. L.A.X.
If they were just maybe normal wrestling guys, I'd probably be behind them.
Yeah, and it's hard to whatever his name is now. He was Crimson for so many years, and now he's just
Mayweather.
A Mayweather, and I forget every time, dude. I'm like, no, he's Crimson. Like,
The only reason I remember is because I keep repeating it.
yeah, and I don't listen that much to Josh's commentary. I only really hear. I've somehow managed to like only hear what I want to hear. I don't really hear Josh, but I hear everything Pope says.
See, you're listening to all wrong. You gotta listen to Josh and Pope.
Pope is the best.
Admittedly, he's good, but Josh
Pope's
carries
amazing.
the table.
So, of course, as we said, this is a foregone conclusion with L.A.X. winning, now holding both the Global Force Tag Team titles and the Impact Wrestling
Not their
Tag Team
fault.
titles. No, this was a good match. I think they deserve the win.
Mm-hmm.
L.A.X. won
Wow.
with a top rope power bomb.
Yeah, that's a special.
Yeah, it looks really good too.
That's a finishing move. I like it.
Yeah. Some highlights
Can
of
we
this
talk?
match.
Oh yeah. All right, sorry.
Yeah, I've got to point this out. This was definitely the highlight of the match. So at one point, they're distracting the ref. Conan pulls out a baseball bat, walks around the ref, hits Crimson in the back of the knee, and just keeps, like, doesn't break his stride and hides the bat again. It's like, dude, you've done this before.
Can I say that turned me on completely?
It was awesome, dude. It was
I
the slyest
loved it.
hit.
That was one of the best things I've ever seen in wrestling my whole life.
It was great.
Great wrestling.
Conan's amazing.
Mhm.
Conan is amazing. That was
It
the
was-
dodgiest, slyest thing I've ever seen
Mhm.
in wrestling.
And like you wouldn't have been able to pick it up unless you like actually just kept your eyes
Because
on
it was
Conan.
just on the side of the camera. It wasn't
Yeah.
even in center camera.
Yeah.
It's just him being sly and just, see ya, sir.
Yeah.
And off he goes.
Latest gringo.
It was great.
Mm-hmm.
After that match, we had JB and Joseph Parks backstage. They're doing a little interview.
Mm-hmm.
And JB wants out of the match at Slammiversary.
Of course he wants
Joseph
out.
Parks is excited. And the whole reason being Scott Steiner.
Yeah. Why would you want to go up against Scott Steiner?
JB
Big pump.
JB wants nothing of that worst Steiner recliner
That's the
ever.
smartest thing JB has ever done in his whole, how long he's ever been at Impact for.
Well, we'll see what happens. I think the match is still going to be on. They're legally locked in.
Mm-hmm.
They signed a contract.
Mm-hmm. I can't wait
They're
to
obliged.
see Steiner tear ass apart.
Yeah,
Yeah, I can't wait.
I tease Scott Steiner, but I've just got a soft spot for Scott Steiner because I grew up in that time where I grew up with the Steiner brothers as a tag team, and their whole amateur wrestling gimmick and stuff, and then Scott, who it was like,
What was his brother's name? Like Mad Dog or something?
the dog-faced gremlin.
Yeah, something dog.
Yeah, and he was like, Scott Steiner wasn't the dude that was going to be the big person in the tag team. Rick Steiner
Yeah.
was the guy that was going to break out.
Yeah, he was the one that was talking
Yeah.
more, yeah.
And then Scott Steiner just somehow, I don't know what happened. Like, everyone's like, him.
I'll tell you what happened. Some needles were involved. Let's just put it that way.
He did blow up a little
Yeah,
bit.
that's why he blew up. That's
Yeah.
why he popped, as you would per se. But I gotta love him too. He's the
I
greatest.
love Scott Steiner.
Yeah.
And some of the greatest promos. If you want to laugh your ass off, look up Scott Steiner promos on YouTube. Scott sometimes forgets the promo halfway through the promo and just says the most ridiculous shit that comes to mind. It's amazing.
It's excusable. It's
It's
Scott.
amazing. There's no filter between his
Yeah.
brain and his mouth.
He's allowed.
Like when he called Joe a fat bastard because he clearly forgot the promo. He's just like, he did his line, then Joe did his like 2 lines, and then he's supposed to retort, and he's like, well, I'm going to beat you at the pay-per-view because you're a fat bastard. And you see Joe like, what?
Like, got offended by it.
No, I don't even think he was offended. I think he's just more confused. Like, what are you doing? Like, how do I respond to that? All right, next up we had Sanjay Dutt returning to the Impact Zone. He was wearing an eye patch that clearly came from a Halloween Pirates costume.
For like, that he spent $2 on.
Yeah, not a good one either, just a cheap Halloween Pirates costume. And he's out there to do commentary.
I'm pretty upset that he wasn't going, "Arr."
Yeah, I know, right?
Yeah,
So
like,
should have.
yeah.
I never get this.
What?
Let them come to ringside and sit there and like watch the match from ringside. But unless they're good talkers, they don't need to come down and do commentary. If it's EC3, you can add something to it. If it's Eli Drake, you can add something to it. Certain people that can go sit at that commentary desk.
Tyrus.
Yeah, Tyrus can like do interesting stuff, like because he's a great talker. Sanjay Dutt was never really known for his speaking.
No, not at all.
And yeah, kind of, he's not real good at it for long periods of time. Like it wasn't great.
No.
And it was all...
He was no Josh Matthews, let's put it that way.
No, and he's only there because the match is, of course, an X Division match between Andrew Everett versus Loki.
Mm-hmm.
And there's got to be a spot where Loki goes and gets in his face because they're trying to build that up. And they do that, of course, during the course of the match. Aside from that, and there was one botch in this match that Andrew Everett made when he was going for what looked like either his 450 splash or something off the top rope. He clearly slipped, but Loki covered it very quickly.
Yeah, no, he covered it very well, actually.
Professional as. Aside from that one moment, like we'll take that, if we take that 1 minute out of the match, not even 30 seconds, the rest of this match
was a ball fest.
Was fucking awesome.
Oh, okay, sorry, I thought you were going the other way.
What are you talking about?
It's the X Division, unless there's no Shane Helms, I ain't interested.
Of course. The spot where Andrew Everett goes for the suicide dive, Loki gets out of the way, lands on his feet, and then I don't know if he teleported or something, but Loki was just in the ring and then does a jumping baseball slide through. It's like,
that was funny.
How did you get to the other side of the ring so quickly?
He probably did teleport, I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, how did he get there?
What the hell? Andrew Everett did some great counter submission, standing moonsault. So his repertoire is fantastic. Loki, on the other hand, his repertoire is deadly. That standing double jump kick into the corner. Like most people get to the end of that and pull it. It seems like Loki's moveset's the total opposite of everyone else. Like he starts off gentle, and then adds the mustard at the end. It seems he does that with almost every move.
Well, you know what? He makes the X Division a bit more interesting.
It does. He is vicious, man. Mm-hmm. And I've loved Loki for a long time, since the early days of the X Division when he came back as Senshi. His time in WWE as Caven or something.
I didn't even know he was in WWE.
Fucking name they gave him over there for that 6 months.
Was he in WWF or E?
E. He was in one of the early, when NXT was a reality show.
Oh, okay, fair enough.
Or Tough Enough, or one of those. He was in one of those, and then was on the main roster for a few months, and then just left. I think Summer Rae no, not Summer Rae. Undertaker's wife was his valet.
That's weird.
Yeah. Loki wins the match with a double foot stomp to the back, which looked horrendous, man. That looks like it can snap a spine, for real. Mm-hmm. This dude's such a professional, though. He doesn't hurt anyone, but he looks like he can really do some damage.
It's a suit.
It is, dude. That Hitman suit's awesome.
He's doing him a lot of favors.
His vicious kick offense. That standing axe kick that he does to the back of someone's head, and the double jump kick that he does that sends people flying, the double foot stomps, just standing kicks that he does. His kicking offense is amazing.
Is he trained in Muay Thai?
It has to be something. Has to be something.
He's got a good stance.
Yeah, he does. He knows, it has to be something. It looks like it does have a very Muay Thai, the way he strikes his kicks and stuff.
Or some sort of martial arts.
But except that axe kick is Wing Chun or Wushu or something like that.
I wouldn't know.
Yeah. All right, so next up we had Spud. Now, during the course of the show, we'd seen Swoggle in the audience a few times, booing Josh Matthews, doing different things.
Oh, that was Swoggle?
Yeah.
I thought that was an overgrown child, just running around being a nuisance.
No, it was Swoggle.
And they were filming him for no reason. Oh, it was Swoggle, okay.
So he's getting into booing Josh Matthews, and Spud attacks him from behind, drags him into the arena area, gets the hammer from under.
Kicks him in the face.
Yeah, kicks him in the face and busts him open hard way. Gets the hammer from under the ring and beats the living fuck out of Swoggle.
So he should.
It was that was one of the most violent segments I've seen in a long time.
It was good.
It was good.
Yeah, I enjoyed it.
Yeah, it looked real. He was pounding the crap out of him. And then anyone coming close, he's swinging the hammer at and stuff. It was almost a complete recreation of what Swoggle did to him, except Spud is just seems so much more vicious. The greatest part of this whole thing, though, was when there was 15 people there trying to stop Spud, and he's swinging the hammer, and everyone's backing off. And fucking old Earl just rolls up and pulls a hammer and he's
Yeah.
like, get out of it, old mate. And
Yeah.
just takes the hammer from him.
Stop this bullshit.
Dude, what are you doing,
I haven't got
champ?
time for this.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be in bed soon.
I'm gonna be dead tomorrow. Like,
Yeah.
no, I don't have time for your shenanigans.
No, we know Earl's gonna outlive us. You know that, right?
Yeah, dude, Earl ref the first wrestling match. He'll ref the last one too.
Yeah, I know.
But no, I thought that was just so good. All of these like huge dudes and security, all of the young
all the
refs.
refs, yeah.
And it's like 80-year-old Earl that just rolls up and takes a hammer off him
Literally-
and sends him packing.
Literally, like strutting towards him too. Like,
just drop straight up to
Yeah,
him like,
yeah.
give me that, you idiot.
Yeah.
Get out of here. And
Yeah.
off he goes. It was awesome.
that was pretty funny. I'll give Earl that
It
one.
was so good. Earl is awesome. One thing that the knockout did mention, of course, in the Amber Nova versus Ali match, Earl was the ref. And at the end of the match, Ali hugs everyone because, you know, she's a little kid. She even hugs, like, Amber Nova. And then she hugs Earl. And Fee turns around and goes, that's in his contract. Inappropriately being touched or having to inappropriately touch a knockout in every match.
Ever.
All right, and in our main event, we've gotten to it. It's the steel cage match.
I'm still pissed off about it.
What? 6 sides of steel. EC3 versus Alberto El Patron, the number one contender.
Bruce has it out for my boy EC3, and I'm pissed off.
Okay, all right, we'll discuss it. Hang on. So the number one contender for the TNA World Title is, or Impact Wrestling World Title, I should say, is on the line, and the Global Force title is on the line. It's a shame because neither of them won the Global Force title.
Yeah.
Dude, fucking Patron, well, again, at that opening segment, he literally walks out and drops it immediately.
Yeah.
Like, please don't take a picture of me with this.
Yeah. I don't want it near my waist.
It's great. No one wants that piece of shit. So this is a typical heavyweight steel cage match. There was some trying to escape heelish spots by EC3. The Patron stopped. There was Patron nearly getting out and EC3 stopping him. The match flowed as a typical steel cage match would. The good thing is, though, that both of these guys are professionals and did some great wrestling in between those spots that you were expecting. I thought there was a great flow to the match. I thought there was some like great hits to the match as well, if that makes sense. Like, you could have gone the full brutality of blood in a steel cage match,
Yeah.
but they didn't. They went, like, the hits were hard, but they were realistic hard. They're not like, I'm just going to cut your face open with a steel mesh and stuff.
Yeah, like they weren't using the steel cage as a weapon per se.
Yeah.
Like it wasn't the main attraction the whole time.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
Like they were still wrestling.
Yeah, they were having a great match underneath using the props of the steel cage as well. And this is how it's done properly. Like, sure, is this going to be a 5-star match? Of course not. As soon as you put a gimmick in a match, it's going to detract from the match itself. But they did their best for the moments that they had, including the finish with Patron doing that redonkulous double foot stomp from the top rope, from the top of the cage, and then going to the top ropes to do the Eddie special. Awesome frog splash. I'm surprised that he didn't get an Eddie chant because that was a really good frog splash. Onto EC3 to be both the number one contender to the Impact title, the one that matters, and hold that green piece of shit, the Global Force title.
Disappointed. Not well deserved.
You can be disappointed in the outcome, but you can't be disappointed in the match.
Fair call, but I'm still disappointed.
All right. Well, something that we're not disappointed in, as always, is our fans and people that comment on our videos. So we're going to do our shout-outs before we give our match of the nights tonight.
Ooh.
So let's have a look at who we had commenting on the show. As always, Average Boy,
Average boy.
our mate.
How's he going?
He's going good. You guys, I believe, had... No, sorry. Him and not G-Banks.
Oh, not G-Banks commented
They're
this
having
week.
a conversation.
Oh,
yeah.
how's he doing?
He's good. He's good by the looks of it. So he's investigating the hot...
Oh, yeah, he was telling me about that. Yeah.
So have you got any news on that?
Yeah, he told me a bit about that. Not G-Banks, so shout out to him, of course. One of our fans, Average Boy, gave us the Hot Black Plant's Twitter handle. So one of my fans did some, as you say, did some research and gave me the details. Apparently she's just a genuine wrestling fan, dude.
Yeah, okay,
That
really?
yeah, just lives around. I believe that
In the
lives around
Florida
area, like close to Universal.
Yeah.
Like all the wrestlers kind of know her. Like I've seen I mean, G-Banks said he's seen heaps of photos with her and the wrestlers.
Not G-Banks.
Yeah, not G-Banks. And
That was close, wasn't it?
no, it wasn't.
Wait, what?
What are you on about? Anyway, back to Hot Black Pant and not G-Banks. Anyway, so yeah, he was telling me that yeah, she's a really good wrestling fan and she has a great artistic touch for making beautiful wrestling signs.
Yeah, I've heard that the signs make the wrestlers take them and reimagine them as if they were autistic.
Oh, what? What the hell? No, what are you on about? How dare you say that about Hot Black Plant?
Check out her artwork yourself. The Twitter handle is in the comments.
It's
underneath
beautiful
that last
artwork.
video.
G-Banks said he was in tears when he saw some of the artwork because of how good it was.
Well, not G-Banks isn't here to tell us. Unfortunately, we're going to have to move on. But thank you, Average Boy, for helping us with that investigation. We also had Edward Bland commenting.
Edward Bland.
Edward Bland.
Is he a bland guy?
Well, you're going to kind of like and dislike him. Because
Why?
one comment he said was the best you could come up with basically was Magnus Lady.
Wait, has a name? What do you mean?
Like, it took you all that time and you really couldn't come up with shit for grammar.
No, I didn't call her Magnus Lady. I call her Granny Maggie. That's a mad name.
No, it's not.
Yes,
But then
it
he
is.
also said that tactical wrestling is also known as picking your spot.
Good man. He knows what TW is.
Please
Told you TW is a thing.
don't encourage G-Banks.
What are you on about?
Please.
It's a real thing.
Alright. The Wild Animal Danish also commented, our old friend from a few episodes ago.
Wild Danish. I still don't know if he's a human or an animal.
I don't know, but there's a koala bear in the picture.
So he's an animal.
So his comment was, we better get Steiner promos every week leading up to Slammiversary. Don't show that white trash Joseph Parks any sympathy again. Please
Beautiful.
don't encourage G-Banks.
What a man.
People, please.
That's some smart words.
Please don't encourage G-Banks.
What are you on about? That's some.
I asked nicely. Do I say please?
Yeah, I know you say please,
I
but these
say
guys
please.
know what they're talking about.
Okay, and finally, of course, our resident long comment guy,
Long comment guy. I love that guy.
Smart Guy
Smart Guy.
297 from Reddit, gave us another great long comment in regards to all of last episode. Let's just quickly pick out one of the highlights here. Here we go. This is one that I actually enjoyed. So the Davey versus Eddie mixed tag match was good. I agree. It moved forward the storyline forward and made me still want to see more of this feud. I think Alicia is earning her stripes. That table bump she took, definitely. Both the crossbody from the top and the outside and the table bump really impressed me. I agree. I think it really did. Absolutely loved the Rockstar Spud segment. Man, the man has just been gold with these segments. I'm laughing because I know what's coming up. I would have loved it if he'd added the Mom! Meatloaf! So thank you again, Smart Guy 297. And if you have anything to say, any comments to make, don't encourage G-Banks, please leave them on our YouTube video or comment on our Reddit link. We reply to everyone. Well, actually, I do because he's a lazy bastard.
Hi.
You love it. Look at the smile on your face. You love the fact that I do the work.
Yeah, but at the end of the
And
day,
then you
it's
just
all.
have people commenting your bullshit.
But at the end of the day, it's a give and take sort of thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I do all the work.
And I give you
And
love.
you take the compliments.
And I give you love.
Don't start with me. All right, so now we're going to do our...
I love you fans, by the way.
Yeah, thanks again for commenting. We really do appreciate it. We love chatting with you about the shows, about Impact, and what you think about wrestling in general. So please comment. Match of the night. What are you giving it to?
Look, I would have given it to the main event.
Yeah.
But after the outcome, I was a bit disappointed. So I gave match of the night to... Believe it or not, I gave it to the X Division match.
Dude,
Even though I don't like the X Division.
it was a really good match. Andrew Everett versus Loki.
Yeah.
Interesting characters,
They
great work.
exactly right. They're two interesting characters. Great little storyline. As you said, besides the botch, the match was
It was really good.
Really good. It's hard for me to say it, but
Okay.
I guess I'll have to say this week for me was the X Division.
Now, I'm going to go something completely different because normally I'm the dude that's going, no, the X Division match is always the best match. Or I usually pick a tag team match because I'm a huge fan of tag team wrestling when it's done well.
Yeah.
I have to admit that Global Force using the Mexican tag team rules where you just have to slide under the ropes and the other guy can come in rather than having to tag. It's pretty cool. It adds a little twist to it. It's a shame that it's for the Global Force titles. But I'm giving match of the night to Amber Nova versus Ali for 2 reasons. Reason number 1, Amber Nova really impressed me for somebody I'd never heard of and never seen before, and I'm excited to see more from her. I want to see her match up with some more people. That doesn't happen a lot when you see a jobber. You're just like, cool, go away. Let's get on with this. I'm like, no, I really want to see more of her. Also, I'm enjoying the fact that Ali now has something to get sink her teeth into with this Rosemary protecting her storyline, but she actually is getting to wrestle, and she's good in the ring. Like, she's downplaying her wrestling skills dramatically, and just using a very basic moveset. But she's fun, she's interesting, she gets a crowd behind her, and she does the one thing that I think people forget a little bit.
What's up?
She just makes it enjoyable. She makes you have a good time watching it. Wrestling's supposed to be fun. We forget that sometimes in the serious storylines we get in the ultra violence of this day and age and so forth. But she's just fun to watch. It's not ultra violent. It's not too over the top, but it is silly. But she's fun and entertaining and keeps your attention.
Yeah, I was about to say, she does get reactions, so
Yeah.
she must be doing something right.
Yeah, that's why I want to give that. And again, the X Division match was absolutely amazing. But I want to get, and the L.A.X. versus Veterans of War match was actually really good too. But I want to give it to Amber Nova versus Ali.
Okay. I don't disagree with you.
I like that. You don't disagree with me, really?
Yeah, no.
You heard it here, folks. First, folks, he didn't disagree with me.
I don't disagree with you because I didn't mind that match either.
Let us know what your match of the night was. Comment, YouTube, Reddit. I've said it a couple of times. You know where to find us.
Yep. And also, if you have more detail about the hot black plant, please, continue on and, post more information on the comments and whatever, and hopefully G-Banks will get back to me.
What, he's going to continue to investigate?
Yeah, he will. Yeah, I'm paying that man a lot of money. He'll
full undercover PI work.
Whatever he has to do to get me the dirty deets, we'll do it. You'll get all the first information from here at
Stooge Stream.
Stooge Stream at the Impact Show.
You forget what you're on, isn't it?
I didn't forget.
Because it's, in your mind, it's the G-Banks show. And we're on the G-Banks network. In G-Banks world.
Yeah, maybe. That's probably... It's close, but...
It's close.
But I don't call it G-Banks World.
What's it called?
I call it G-Banks Planet Kingdom.
God. Until next time, thank you so much for listening. We always appreciate it. I've been your host, The Stooge.
And I'm the one, the only, the spectacular, the fantastic G-Banks. Adventure, excitement. Stooge craves not these things. Welcome to Stooge Revolution. Are you literally just stealing Marvel's tagline, spectacular and fantastic? What do you mean? I thought they were great. You don't even read comics. To be honest.